Well, Elliot, given how things transpired in the reverse fixture, that one's going to feel very sweet today, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Look, we look like a team, especially first half, that hadn't played since New Year's Day. Bit sloppy on the ball. Great start, obviously 1-0, hoping to kick on, but then you could see we were a bit rusty, bit sloppy on the ball. And we well, it was just a scrappy game in general, but second half I thought we came out really well, looked solid, looked comfortable throughout, and obviously getting that second goal, celebrations at the end, it meant a lot. Of real credit to the lads for how they really dug in and ground out a result against a good side as well. So yeah, absolutely delighted.
It's always a war when you play Sutton Coldfield. It was the same at their place. It was the same today. That one was a real battle on a heavy pitch. Obviously the conditions leading up to this game haven't helped, but the character and the resilience your players show to dig in, hold on to that 1-0 and then go and get the second at such a crucial time.
Yeah, that's it. Look, Sutton Coldfield are a really good side. They are. They can mix it up, which is great. They play on the Astro and can move the ball, which they did at times here, but they're horrible and nasty and in your face and make the game scrappy as well. So we had to match that, which we did. And look, we don't want to see all those altercations between players and things, but our lads are fighting for absolutely everything. We want to be progressing, we want to be going forward, not afraid of anybody. So we did that side of the game, but then also when it mattered, we showed the first goal's absolutely superb, bit of quality, drops into JJ who plays it out early, into Bruno, Jeremy round the outside, over the top, cross, Tyler's flick, goal. Like, it's a great goal. That's what you dream of, that's what you work on the training ground, those sorts of things. Then had, like you said, a scrappy game, physical, had to grind it out. We didn't concede too many shots against us, especially second half, looked really comfortable. Danjez had an unbelievable save at 1-0 though from a header, and then Bruno does what he does best. We get him in behind in that position, he nicks it off the defender, a lovely finish, and like I said, it's just a really hard earned 3 points.
You made 4 new signings in the build-up to this game with the 16-day break. 3 of them have contributed today. How important have the likes of Josiah Barnett, John Joe O'Toole, Ollie Evans been in galvanising your side for this one?
Yeah, we're at that point of the season where we want to progress, and I've said all along that from the beginning, if you think of where we are now to when we were when I came in with 4 players in the door, I said we will always keep building, and if good players become available. JJ, he's been training with us for 6 weeks. Good friend of ours, Gary Mulligan, big Rushdon man, put us onto JJ that he wanted to get into playing again. You can just see his desire, his commitment. He hasn't played since pre-season, so a scrappy, heavy pitch game, but his talking, his communication, he'll really help the young lads like your Ollie Evans, Josiah with a goal, that will do him the world of good. Lewis Walker, young lads like that who are still wanting to do well in the game. So look, he's come in. We've got a really tight, strict budget, you know that. So we've got a couple of lads who have gone out on dual reg. We've got the young cobblers lads in. So I'm sure in Rushdon fans, like, we are well within our means. But I will always try and build the best team and best squad we can for this club and really push us on. And today's a great win, but it's only one win. We've got probably the toughest game you can have, Anstey Nomads, on Tuesday, but look, we'll enjoy tonight and prepare for that right and give it a real go.
Can I just ask about how the John Joe O'Toole deal came around? We know what he's all about. We've seen him strutting his stuff in the Football League, over 500 games in the EFL. How did you manage to pull that one off?
Well, before John Joe's moved to Mansfield, actually, he came to Corby when me and Mullers were there and just getting some games in pre-season, and he's a Northampton lad, so he's still local. So Mullers stayed in contact with him. Became friends with him, going out, the Irish connection, having a few Guinnesses together. And then, Muller's messaged me like, would you be interested in JJ? And I was like, yeah, obviously, yeah, of course. Spoke with JJ. He's been, like I said, been training for 6 weeks. He's had a few offers from sort of bigger clubs and more travelling and things like that, but he's at an age now where we train around the corner from his house. He knows us, knows what he's going to get, knows about the club, obviously the size, wants to play in front of good fans and things as well. And look, we don't know, now he's signed for us, we'll probably get 107 days in, but we know that what he wants, and we've done everything that he's asked of us, and he's doing everything we ask of him. So long may that continue. We'll enjoy it while he's here. Hope that's longer term, but you'll never know in football with other clubs and what they can do. But at the minute, he wants to be here. Superb. We're happy to have him. And like I said, the young cobblers lads as well, contributions today. I just think everyone had to really dig in because we weren't quite at it at our fluent best on a game like that against a good side who made it scrappy as well. But we got the 3 points, and that's all I care about.
422 watching on today. Felt like a lot more than that. And I think for all the signings you've made this season, that drum was probably the best one of the lot.
Yeah. Look, I said after, I was asking everyone how many fans do we have, because the noise all around the ground, like everyone was excited and there was a real buzz. And there's been a few times where we've had that buzz around the place and we've not quite performed and not quite got the result. So I'm glad we've done that for the fans today. And the celebrations at the end, like I said, at their place, felt it was a bit disrespectful how they reacted, but I get it. It was a new manager. Their players were celebrating our players' face, and they got a penalty and scored, and celebrating in our keeper's face. So yeah, it's a little bit back. But the main thing, and that's why I wanted to get us in front of our fans, because they were superb. And I've always said, I've always been, as a player, wanted that connection with the fans, whoever I've played for. And as a manager, I want that connection where the fans and the players are all in it together. We're not always going to play well. We're not always going to win, but we'll always give everything for the badge. So keep supporting us. When we win, we'll always celebrate like that, no matter who it's against, because we'll always enjoy it. You've got to enjoy your wins because there's enough lows in football. So yeah, look, we're in a good place. League table in a good place as well. And people start to think, can we get involved in that? As a group, we're grounded. Like I said, we've got a really tough 3 games, which you'll probably allude to. AFCRDTV, Long Eaton, who are absolutely flying. Racing Club Warwick, all teams in around the playoffs. So going to be a tough few games, but if we can get some half decent points from them, then it leaves us in a good position going into February and March.
I was just about to ask about the league table. You're up to 12th after the results today. I think it's a 9-point cushion above the bottom 4, but it's only a 5-point gap to the top 5, and I know which way you're looking. Yeah,
definitely, and that's what the lads are doing. My worry a bit is consistency, because we're such a new group and we've got a lot of young lads in there, and it's when it really matters, when the chips are down, can you grind out them results? Only time will tell. We've ground one out today. AFCRDTV's going to be a completely different animal, Long Eaton, different animal. So we'll enjoy the run. We'll do everything we can to be in around that picture. But look, for now, I'm going to enjoy tonight. Hope the Rusden fans are, and I thank them all for coming out.
2 tough games to come against 2 very good sides next week, starting with Anstey Nomads here on Tuesday night. I think they've gone and won today as well. We know what happened at their place earlier in the season, and that in itself is enough motivation for Tuesday night. Yeah.
Look, for me, they're the best team on one-off game against us. They were the best team I feel we've played against. I think they're very good, strong in all areas. FA Trophy run shows how good they can be. So I know how tough it will be. From my Spalding days, AFCRDTV have always been there, really tough side. But look, we're at home. We've got our fans behind us. We'll give everything and we'll see what we can do.
Elliot, enjoy the win. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Bruno, what a game of football. No quarter given by either side. What was it like to play in?
It was tough. It was tough, but at the end of the day, we got the result. I think we deserved it today. The conditions were tough, but we came out on top.
How much conversation was there about what happened in the reverse fixture? It was a high-scoring game, but ultimately he came out on the wrong side, and there was a lot of ill-tempered feeling in that game as well.
Yeah, obviously, especially towards the end, like the gaffer reminded us that towards the end, how they were celebrating in front of our faces and whatnot, and we didn't forget that. So we bottled that up today, and we made sure that we got the results and did it back to them.
Perfect start to the game. Josiah Barnett on his debut 2 minutes into the match, but a beautiful flowing move down the left-hand side. Talk us through that goal.
Yeah, it was a flowing move. I think we won the ball deep on our half. The ball brought out to JJ. JJ found me, and Jez does what he does when I come in the pocket. He overlaps. I was able to find them, and then he put a great ball into the box. Then Tyler helped it on to the back stick, and then that's what you're supposed to do as a winger, close the back door. And that's what it was, and fair play to finish.
Credit to Sutton, they made it a really difficult game at times. Not so much in the way of clear-cut chances, but you had to work really hard. Is it just about doing the basics on days like this?
Yeah, especially look, the conditions doesn't help. I keep mentioning it, the pitch doesn't help. It's not an easy pitch to play on, but they played it better than us today, especially in the first half. They're a good team. You can see how the way they moved the ball and switched to play. So it was all about getting that early goal and sitting in and do the basics right and make sure we get to half-time 1-0 up.
You scored late at Corby. You've scored late again today, but how special was that moment in front of the Peter Bank?
Yeah, look, it's always special scoring the goals for Rushden, especially to kill a game off as well. So, and I was just thankful I took my chance and put it away.
Just on some of the scraps, some of the melees. There was a lot going on. Just talk us through your side and what you saw of all of the events that were going on, especially at full time as well.
Yeah, yeah, there were a lot of scraps today, but that happens in football, you know. We don't mind it because we got warriors in there, we got fighters in there. We all back each other up. So if one of us go in, we all have to go in together, and it kills the game as well. So like if they're losing and they want to scrap us, that's fine because the momentum's on our side.
It's always important to beat the sides in and around you in the table. You've gained a few points on Sutton Coldfield, and you're now only 5 points away from the playoff places. So you're only looking upwards. Yeah.
Look, we got the quality in the team now, especially with the additions with Josiah and JJ and Ollie. We've got a strong bench now as well. So like if the boys are not pulling their shirt in when they're playing, we've got players that come off the bench and change the game.
Moving on to next week, Anstey Nomads in just a few days' time, Tuesday night here at Hayden Road. A tough game against them earlier in the season. What are you expecting this time round?
It was Anstey Nomads.
Anstey Nomads, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was my first. No, it was one of my first games. I think we drew 1-1, didn't we?
I think we got beat 3-0 there.
Oh,
was that?
I don't think I was there.
But, you might not have been.
Yeah, no, definitely I was there. Yeah, no, they're a good team. I know they just signed one of the Ball League boys, Mike Waghorn. So we're gonna have to, keep an eye on them as well. But I think they're doing well, aren't they?
Yeah, they've just been knocked out of the FA Trophy, but they're up in the
yeah,
places.
Exactly. So like they picked up good results in the FA Trophy, so they'll want to bounce back, and we should make sure that we're on top form.
Thanks for your time, Bruno. Well
Thank you
done
very
today.
much.